Hello and welcome to episode 33 of Let's Play City Skylines. And before we get into the main action of working on our district, or our railroads, I want to point out something. Look at our population down here. Look how big it's getting. And now come up here, look at our downtown. Turns out I was way off on my prediction. I was thinking about 26,000, but we're up over 44,000, and it's almost completely filled in. But there's probably a little bit more room to grow, so I wouldn't be surprised if we got 1 or 2 more thousand out of that. So yeah, we have quite the large spot over here. But yeah, my eventual goal is I would like to get 300,000 people in Trinity. I think that's a reasonable goal to set. There is a problem though that happens once you build up enough. There's an error that pops up that says can't build any more buildings of this type when you try to build absolutely any kind of building. But it's only happened once to me before, and it happened to me about the time I got to 270,000 people in the city of Optimy, which I showed off like ages ago in a less finished version. But we don't have to worry about that for a while. So today's goal is we want to get 2 more stations in over here, and we might want to finish up. We might be able to work on the other line too, although I don't think we'd actually finish it. We might work on it a little bit. And it's about time to begin working on our highway too. So yeah, nothing can be built in the sewage district apart from, well, the edge of this highway, so maybe I'll mark it differently, or maybe I won't. Who cares? Anyway, what I am thinking is that we are going to have a happy intersection, a happy rail line over here. And we are going, or a station. I can't say words today. What's going on? Anyway, I'm going to have a station here. We're going to stretch a road here. This is like our forgotten town, Coopville, the forgotten town from the early days of the Let's Play. Like, this was literally put down in episode 3 or something like that. And I have not made any improvements to it whatsoever since that time. But it is now getting a station, and that's going to be good. Also, our industrial demand is super high, so after we do these next few tasks, we will be tackling that. Although, you know, it might be worthwhile just to slap a little bit down for now to tide over these residents. So we'll add some farm zones over here. Also, I am aware that a lot of people are using this shortcut, so it might be something we have to think about in the future, because this highway bends over here and people might think getting off here and making their way across is better. So it is something to think about, but I don't think it's something we need to worry about too much right now. Okay, yeah, once again getting distracted. We'll also be able to add more of this once I build a permanent home for that stuff. And even though I kind of don't want to add to the ridiculous nature of this interchange over here, I will throw down a little block of this, and this will by no means satisfy the demand, but, you know, it can help. Every bit helps. So anyway, yeah, I want this to go there, and we might as well build the final station for here too. Because remember, I'm probably going to build one that goes around here. So, I want to do back a little bit, don't I? But, it's a good question, because this highway is going to go here and it's going to bend around. This rail line is going to go here, and it's going to bend around, but will it bend all the way down here? So that's too steep, I'm sure. Yeah, okay. But we will just add that like that. Give ourselves a little bit of the street. And there. And if the other one comes around, it can go somewhere else. We'll figure that out when it's time to be figured out. Okay. So. Oop. Let's see how this works. Do 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 do. This is a tight little turn here, but that's okay. How lumpy is that? Ooh, ew. Ew, gross. Okay. This will eventually go from being elevated to being a tunnel, or, well, a ditch. Oh, power lines. Power lines, how I hate thee. Doobity beep beep beep. Yes. So it's going to go down. We can actually just do that. That's fine. Okay. Okay, that's more acceptable than what was there before. Because what was there before was pretty bad. So it's a little bit severe, but I'm going to accept that one. Okay. And now let's work backwards a little bit. Because I think we can dig. And this line is going to simply go like that. It's not going to be too deep in there until we get a little bit further back. And then suddenly we'll see that without digging any deeper at all, we have created a much deeper hole in relative terms. Boop, 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 boop. All right. But then we're going to transition into being elevated over here, just like the other one is. It doesn't have to be as high. Actually, we don't need that at all. So, go away. In fact, we might just do this the old-fashioned way. Twisting and turning it goes. And it will go down into the hole that we are currently digging out. And this should be A-okay. What did we do there? Actually, that's actually okay. Can have a happy little jiggle. Like a fat person doing a dance. Lol. I'll apologize for that one. Not really. And now we are going to be doing some bridges. That one looks really low, but it looks like it should be okay. And I'll do the smoothing and stuff off camera like I usually do. And I think on this side of the station it's going to be rural enough that we can just use at-grade intersections. I think at-grade is at-great for this area. Oh man, what a sleepy pun. Even though I'm not sleepy, it just sounded sleepy. That delivery. Okay. Well, in a hot moment, we have created the entire next line. So, we are going to be connecting that up, and we'll worry about this afterwards. And so here we go. I'm going to start here. 2, 3, 4. Whoa. There's crazy things going on there with the suggested whatevers. And between here and here is like the longest gap in stations on this whole thing, but that's okay. It really takes the most time for trains to be at the stations, not to be going between them, because they tend to move pretty fast. So, once again, retracing the steps. And there we go. We're going to make this line, you know what? We're going to make it purple. And you know what? We're going to change this, because purple should be the Prince line, not pink. So we're going to call this, the Avril Lavigne line. I probably shouldn't be naming things after French Canadians, because there's, wow, even it didn't like it, because I can't spell them. Or is it? That's better. There we go. That's right. Avril Lavigne line. Why not? And over here, this new line will be the Prince line. See? Don't you like that better? Of course you do. You know, I never realized it till just now, but Prince, like Purple Rain, but the Minnesota Vikings also have purple in their color. I wonder if one was inspired by the other, or if it was just a big coincidence. That's a good question. I'll have to look that up later. Or maybe one of you fine people will know the answer and give it to me first. It's also possible. That's something I definitely would expect of the smartest audience on YouTube, which is you guys. This over here, you know what? This entire one, I think, can be at grade, because I think anything south of this rail, like this might be more urbanized, but anything down here is going to be more suburban, I think. Suburban and rural. So let's bend you out. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. And there we go. I like that. So when looking at this north-south one, we have 1, 2, 3 stations so far already, and the fourth one will be up here. Now I know that we have this connector, but I don't think it's going to be used, just because I want to keep all the rails on their own tracks, so to speak. So So I think I'm going to build a station over here, and they can just walk between them in the most inefficient hub ever. But it's okay. Alright. Well, I could go and give power to these, and I probably should actually do that. Can we get some kind of bridge over this? The answer seems to be yes. And there we go. It's a nice little crossing. There we go. And that will help people walk over if they want to use this rail to get to the industrial zone. Although in my experience, passenger rail traffic to industrial zones is actually not typically very high. But who knows? We might get some use there. I'm not gonna worry about. Actually, you know what? We are gonna have Curvy McCurve Road down here, and it's always fun to play with roads on hills, and we don't get that many chances to do it in this particular city. But we're going to have a hairpin turn over here, and in fact, I think I want this road to be more or less parallel to the turnpike, but on the hill. Do you want to create the entire road right now? Might as well, right? We'll at least create that much of it. But I do want to do something else over here, which is to make a bridge. But first, let's do this. So let's think about how. There we go. That's pretty simple. So that's going to be a way to get up to this road and to this area. There will be other ways to get up here in the future. In fact, let's, while we're at it, why not add one right now? This one's right along the rail, so close that we have. You know what? I don't know. It's okay. Oh look, we're getting an accidental crossover with my Sims 3 series. It's Olivia Street. But there we go. Little curvadoodle. Curvawoodle. Curvapoodle. And there could be a nice town here. You know what? I usually let you give me names for things. But in honor of Sonic 2's birthday later this month, its 25th birthday later this month, I am going to call this, yep, that's right, Hilltop Zone. Oh yeah. Alright, probably enough singing, but there we go. We'll even go ahead and call this Hilltop Zone Station. So the Prince line stops at Hilltop Zone Station. Isn't that just wonderful? So, yeah. Okay. There we go. Happy times. Now just one more. And there we have it. The entire rail line is built. Now, I think we will worry about the other line on the next turn, but I just want to see if I can put down the station. Oh, man. See? Isn't that slick? Isn't that slick of me? Oh, man. And eventually, it will go here. So almost every station on this line is a hub of some kind. Pretty wacky. But, okay. Here's what we are going to do. This could be kind of considered a dike, except not, because it doesn't actually, there's a big gap in it, big gap in the dike. That would be an interesting band name. Dike gaps, because of the other meaning of the word dike that I'm sure you are all familiar with. Okay, so there we go. And yeah, I said I wasn't going to work on this now, but I am working on it now. So deal with it. Now let's see. How steep can you go? Not steep at all. That's disappointing. What if we went with... Yeah, we had this problem before, way over there, remember? Yeah, we're just going to go with a smaller road. But it's probably going to... Yep. That's what you get. But here's what we're going to do. We're actually going to dig this over here. There's a little bump, but it's not that much. We're going to do this. And now we can happily have a road that goes under like this. See? Simple. Very simple. And these, as far as away as these three seem, they are all within walking distance to one another. I mean, there might even be passengers walking between these two as we speak. Can't tell for certain. And, well, we've come this far. We might as well finish this little section here. See, that industrial booster that we gave the city early on in this episode is already obsolete. If you said the word obsolete in Matt Hardy's voice, then you get the Bone Canoe seal of cool. Alright, and there we go. The what will be the westernmost bridge on the smaller river has been completed, and that is pretty cool. So we already have the bottom 4 stations, and there will be either 6 or possibly 7 to go around. But all that is going to be next time. So before we leave for the day, yeah, you know what's coming. You know what's coming. It's time to ride the train. Yes, we're riding the purple train twice in a row, but Oh, no, we're not. We rode the pink train last time. But it's technically the Prince train. It was... Bleh. We're riding a line called the Prince Line twice in a row, even though we've renamed it. Ugh. So, away we go. The at-grade intersections. I love how you can see the larger buildings of the downtown, the ploppables, as they're called in city creator lingo. The tallest ones that you can place. I might have to download more assets for my game. More, I might turn into one of those people, downloading large buildings to be placed in the city. Sounds like fun. But here we go. Rumbling along, going under some roads, and now to our station. Picking up the imaginary people. Also, we did not give power and water to this station. Oh well, we'll do it later. Yeah, I love how you can see the actual buildings and the mountains. I liked it so much that I took a screenshot. Oh yes. Yes, and that's a passenger ship, because we built our passenger port. Things are moving along here. So here we go along the river in one of our 2 lines. The one next to us we'll be working on next time, and it won't take an entire episode because it's already done, almost, apart from the last segment. I mean, I say that now. It'll probably take more than an episode, because you know how I am with things like this. You've been watching long enough. And here we are crossing the river. We're getting some flickering going on. It's a little annoying, but we have the invisibility booster from the Ford Anglia from Harry Potter, but it's not working. Yes, bet you didn't expect me to pull out that reference, or maybe you did. Also, our money, we're almost breaking even with our money. And also, we're picking up a bunch of people here. So, in the hub, we are in the outermost rail line of the hub, making sure everyone wants to get connected. Oh, that's stupid. Go away. They'll go away when we turn. There we go. I like how it jiggles back and forth a lot to try to fit itself in between all the stuff that we already had. In reality, it would be the stuff that would be forced to jiggle, and the railroad would be the straight one, but, a certain degree of curve can be allowed here. And a bunch of people did get off here, so this one is being used. So, here we go, on the side of the mountain, and through our little famous spinny spin. It's hilltop zone, so it might be a loop. So, going around the loop. Oh yeah, there's no power or water to this one either, but no one's going to actually use the station, so that's okay. But yeah, a lot of people will be using the station near the end. So, I fully expect that's what's going to be happening. So, around we go. And is this the final station, or is it the next one? I'm trying to remember. Nope, we still have one more after this one. So how many are going to get off here? The answer is a little less than half. And finally we're going to go around in this very high up thing, zipping through. And now, here we are at the final station, and this is where everybody gets off and gets back on. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've reached the end of another episode, and what I said about passenger trains not using industrial zones is completely wrong, apparently. So, with that little tidbit for us, we have reached the end of the episode. So next time, we are going to be doing a lot of work with this line Possibly starting the highway, possibly not. What are you complaining about? Low land value. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine. And then we're going to be building up more industrial, more rail towns, highways, rails, all that stuff. And eventually we have 2 more urban districts to work on. So, until next time, I'll see ya. Goodbye.